But on Gambia, more than $11 million is missing from the Gambia's state coffers following departure of longtime leader Yaya Jammeh. An advisor to President Adama Barrow, Mai Ahmed Fati, says financial experts are trying to evaluate the exact loss to the state.
In addition to the 11 million US dollars said to be missing from state coffers, luxury cars and other items were also seen being loaded onto a Chadian cargo plane on the night Mr. Jammeh left the country. He went into exile on Saturday, ending his 22 years in power. He had refused to accept election results, but finally left after mediation by regional leaders and the threat of military intervention. President Barrow remains in neighboring Senegal, and it's not clear when he will return. However, West African troops entered the Gambian capital, Banjul, yesterday to prepare for his arrival. Cheering crowds gathered outside the State House to watch soldiers secure the building. The Senegalese general leading the joint force from 5 African nations said they were controlling strategic points to ensure the safety of the population and facilitate Mr. Barrow's assumption of his role.
So that is a short report there that's supposed to give you an idea of what we're talking about. What, $11 million? That's a lot of money. I'm still here in the studio with William Nyako. William Nyako is Executive Director for Africa, the Africa Center for International Law and Accountability. So let's look at the Gambia, and I'm sure you follow the issues quite closely. On the whole, what do you make of all that has happened? We're looking at ECOWAS, we're looking at Yaya Jammeh's posture, we're looking at how the matter has evolved, we're looking at Adama Barrow. If you put all of that in the mix, throw all of that in the mix and try to make sense out of it, what would you say?
I think that the Gambian situation is a situation which was needless. It could have been avoided, and a lot of it, and most of it, hinged on Mr. Jammeh, who, of course, as we know, accepted the election results, right. And when the results were revised without it having an effect on the outcome, almost like the Electoral Commission here revising the final figures, but which wouldn't have an outcome, then he went ahead and said that he had cancelled the results when he didn't have the power. This is a decision that must be taken by the Supreme Court of the Gambia. He was pushed to follow the rule of law. Under the Gambian Constitution, under Article 49 of the Gambian Constitution, any losing candidate or the party that loses the presidency in the election has 10 days to file. Then they subsequently file. And then he made the case that he was not going to step down whilst the case was pending. Mind you, in 2006 and 2011, Yaya Jammeh won the election, and the
this conversation, we're gradually running out of time, but let's look at what he has left with and whether or not Adama Barrow will be able to, what change can he bring to the Gambia? We're talking about 11 million. They say $11 million have gone. I mean, everywhere in the world, some presidents go out of power, not with empty hands, of course. Over here, we know that we've got some package for them and all of that. So is it okay, or should he actually be tried like Adama Barrow and his people were saying at the beginning? Or should we just let sleeping dogs lie and just allow him to go? I don't know I'm not sure about the details of the arrangement that they had with him before he decided to let go. But should he be tried in any way for all the things that have happened in the past? Or as some people will say, leave it to posterity?
Well, I think, first of all, Mr. Jammeh did not have to go with $11 million. And I think that over time, a lot more will emerge. He has been in power for 22 years. So there should be an audit of his tenure for 22 years. And I can imagine that a lot more will be disclosed. Mind you, this 11 million that is reported to have been taken by him was done in the recent 2 weeks. So, think about 22 years. So he didn't have, if indeed he did, he didn't have the power to do that, to go away with that amount of money. Having said that, what should Mr. Adama Barrow do? The agreement that was signed with the Gambia, with ECOWAS, AU, and UN has some provisions in there, but that agreement does not prohibit prosecuting Mr. Jammeh if it is in due process. Due process is followed. And indeed, in terms of bringing Mr. Jammeh to account in the Gambia, the Constitution of the Gambia in Article 69(3)(2) says that the president, an ex-president has immunity from prosecution during the course. But then it derogates again and says that if in the matter of a public interest to the Gambia, he could be brought to trial on the basis of 2/3 majority approval by the National Assembly. Now, the catch is this. The National Assembly of the Gambia, which is a parliament, is a 53-member parliament. 48 are elected by direct vote, like we do here, and 5 are appointed by the president. Now, the present parliament, which will expire in April 2017, has 43 members coming from Yahya Jammeh's party.
I see.
So, unless something drastic changes, like the army chief changing his stance, Yahya Jammeh will not be brought to trial in the Gambia, because it's unlikely that the 2/3 majority will be reached, right? Yeah. But international law, through international law, using international instruments, for example, if the crimes that he's alleged to have committed fall within the crimes prosecuted by the International Criminal Court, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the other one, then he could be brought before it, especially if Gambia is unwilling or unable to prosecute. And I do not think that Mr. Barrow should get himself involved in the initial phase of trying to bring Mr. Jammeh to account, at least not in the first 6 months.
He should focus on developing the country.
And unearth what has happened and document. They should document it. Jammeh obviously still has reins of power, and it is too early yet for Mr. Jammeh to be brought to Gambia. It is a process that shouldn't be undertaken at this point. And Mr. Barrow should continue to invite his citizens to come back and to rebuild the country, and to show that he is willing and able to support the process and take Gambia to the next level.
Okay, that's very insightful there. We're going to have to wrap up on this particular discussion. Thank you very much for passing through. I don't know if you've got any final words on that, but...
Yeah, my final words are that, the rule of law must prevail, and that African, leaders must ensure that the power that is entrusted to them is exercised in accordance with the law. Right. And, people don't have to die because of somebody being in power.
Right. Thank you very much for that insightful analysis. William Nyako is Executive Director, the Africa Center for International Law and Accountability. Of course, he's been helping us to,